All right, hello there. Today I decided to make a YouTube video. Frankly, because I always wanted to do one for the longest time. So I said to myself, why not make my first ever animatic slash animation video talking about my life and hopefully other topics in the future. So I decided to talk about today is what to do if you can't have your dream job after graduation. Okay, I need to give you a little context about myself. So, I was studying to be a fine artist. I was expected to graduate on June on 2020. I was looking forward to walk on the big stage, be ready to receive my diploma, and be proud of my achievements. I was hype, I was ready. But instead, nobody would have guessed that COVID were about to ruin everyone's life. It was no secret that throughout 2020 and 2021, it will become a horrible year for everyone. COVID started out ruining my graduation ceremony. I was about to celebrate my accomplishment with my family. I had this idea of walking down the stage to receive my diploma while my parents and sister would be taking pictures nonstop. This was my ideal ceremony. There was supposed to be a moment to remember. I also had this idea of my mother, who is Hispanic, would be telling me, like, Mijito, estoy muy orgullosa de ti. Ahora eres el primer en la familia de obtener un diploma. And oh man, at that moment, I will feel very proud. But instead, I didn't. Instead, I was sent home. The ceremony was canceled. The rest of the class was canceled. I never said a proper farewell to my colleagues. And after a few weeks, they just sent me a diploma. That was my final year, my graduation. Nothing that I ever imagined when graduating came true. I was really sad, extremely sad, that the one event in my lifetime that I worked for 4 years never came to be. That's the one thing I was never going to relive with. So yeah, I spent my last 4 years busting my ass, creating artwork all night long, creating my PowerPoint presentation, writing my essay, at the last minute, studying my art history, blah blah blah, just for this moment, this brief moment in my life. And to say to myself and to my parents that I made it, but because of COVID, I ended up going home to only start the process of applying for a job. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm not the only one who got affected to it, but it still sucks. But nevertheless, I move on, right? So after I went to recover my strength to move on, I was getting ready to get a job. I was getting pumped. I was getting excited to make money on only doing what I love, right? I was ready to sell my soul to a company. So I applied in my local area, and Indeed, and ZipRecruiter, and just waited. I said to myself, it's just a matter of time before I get to do what I love, right? A day has passed, which I wasn't worried, at first. Then a few days has passed, and I didn't mind it. But when a week has passed, that's when I started to worry somewhat. So I tried to advertise myself in many social media platforms and waited again. but nothing came of it. Nobody came back to me for an interview. I even tried to get hired on Reddit, get commission on Reddit, but that didn't happen either. So at this point, a month or two has passed, no income was coming in. And in order for me not to have a panic attack, because I didn't know how to pay my incoming bills, I said to myself, okay, don't worry, just open up a Fiverr account and price your work, you know, cheaply, you know, and that was I was hoping for that to work, but I got denied straight up, nothing, no one wanted my service. So I opened up a Upwork, how you say Upwork account, made some proposal to many people, show my portfolio online and on the website itself, but nothing. I, the only thing I got is emails of my proposal being either expire or nobody wanted it, or they got someone else to do it. So once again, I said to myself, don't worry about it, just keep trying. My last hope was to create a Deviant account, and get a commission there. Because if not there, where else? So, I mean, the chances of me getting hired for a wholesome or safe to for work illustration is almost non-existent. I mean, it's deviant art. I mean, regardless how I feel about deviant artists, I made my own proposal to many clients and just hope for the best. And the funny thing is, I did got a commission, and I mean at this part of the video, I won't tell you what exactly that I had to draw, because I think it's not appropriate to show YouTube what I did. But so don't ask me, please don't. But I feel sick to my stomach just remembering it. But but let me tell you that I did it to survive, you know, to get something out of it, and to keep moving forward. So maybe you're thinking about how much I did for this commission, and maybe you're thinking if I got around $100 for this piece, right? Well, I wish I did, but so you might be thinking now that, okay, if it is not 100, then you got for this for like $50, right? Well, uh, I mean, no, sadly. So I mean, you might be thinking now, this commission can't be no less than 20, right? Well, uh, it can be lower. Yeah, this illustration I worked hard on and kind of quick too, but only earned me a whooping income of, I know this might sound awful, but for $10. Yeah, that's right. And for $10, I made this person, this client, this illustration for $10. This is just, I think, enough for maybe a cup of coffee, maybe with a donut. But yeah, yeah. It was just a few months before I graduated, and I had no income coming in, so I couldn't just sit around anymore. I needed money, and I need it now. because bills were coming in and I couldn't pay them. I didn't have nothing at the piggy bank, so at this point I was desperately wanting to find a stable income. You know, I needed to pay my bills, well, and my student loans. But well, that's another thing. But one day I came across a application to be a delivery boy, but not just any delivery guy, but a Amazon delivery guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, your boy went to deliver tons of packages during the pandemic time, almost every day. Um, I woke up in the morning and worked through 10 o'clock at night, and because I live at the upper eastern side of the United States, in the summertime it was bearable, somewhat hot, but nobody told me that in the winter time the job will become very dangerous. I mean, I should have guessed that up here, um, snow will pile up, so much that if I don't pay attention, I could have one slip up and I could potentially die. My route, for the most part, mainly cover rural areas where I drop up in the mountains and in the forest that covers up most of the houses. So, I mean, you can imagine driving up there with snow at nighttime, your chances of having an accident is high. I mean, that's why right now I strongly advise you guys, if you want to sign up, to not sign up during winter time, because you'll probably be will quit the job for after a few weeks. So, but let me tell you why I even consider being an Amazon delivery driver. You know, in order to make more illustration and to build up my portfolio, being a Amazon delivery guy allow me to work for 4 days straight and have 3 days off. And at those days off, I try to develop my skills and hope one day I get hired in a creative field. It's all about what's gonna help me, while I make some kind of money, to pay the bills. And that's what I want you to think about if you were in a similar situation as me. Look, being an Amazon delivery driver isn't that bad, okay? There's a few bright side of being one. Like, I could name maybe three. The first one would be like listening to my enemy music or nightclub music all day. You know, when I take my 30-minute break, depending where I was, I could appreciate Mother Nature. That's the second one. Uh, Third one will be having to exercise and stay healthy is a plus side, right? You're running back and forth from the van to the house, delivering the packages. So, God knows that I need to lay off those tamales. And you know what? I could give you another fourth reason. Mainly, depending who you are, this fourth reason may make want you to apply to it. The fourth big reason maybe is nobody will be yelling at you. You will be out there all by yourself essentially. And I had other jobs that the top manager or even the actual boss will be yelling at me to promote this and that, when whatever kind of job you had. Nobody will be yelling at you. You will be there just doing your own thing. So yeah, that's my life right now. um the only reason why I made this video is because, like I said before, I always wanted to make one for YouTube. I was burning up just creating illustration all day, every day. So this is a nice change of pace. I do want to create other type of content other than animatic slash animation video for this channel, but like everything else, this takes time. I wrote this script like 5 times before I was happy with it, and oh, by the time I even publish this video, I'll probably be working somewhere else where I work for 3 days and have 4 days off, which hopefully will allow me to create more content for you guys. So I appreciate if you leave a like and a comment below if you like this story. And also if you have any ideas what I should do in the future. I already have a list of things that I want to do this year. But yeah, I would like to hear you guys ideas too. So yeah, I appreciate your time and I hope to see you on the next video.